Here we go, we're going to get ready to go any moment now. We'll get the green flag any second out the back. There goes the green flag. They'll be told to engage gear. They'll be told to watch the lights. The lights will go on, the lights will go off, and away we go for 2026. And I think that's Mike Hose with an absolutely fantastic start. Let's go down to Beth, lap 1.
Honestly, cannot wait for this one. I've never watched it down here at this point, but there we go. That was number 21, Will Loader, who was leading the pack. Seemed to have quite a lead as he went past us here, Chris, and making his way now to Rob at Cross Four Ways. But that was 21, Will Loader, in the lead there.
Thank you very much to Beth down there at the start at the paddock area down at the race office. So a great start it was from my eyes and my coach. Chris McGahn got a pretty good one as well. It's got to be careful on these things. They don't want to be sat there for too long. We got bike number 104. He's just pulled off to the side here. One of the super bikes from a little bit later on. We'll hopefully be having him back out on track. Hopefully they'll be able to get that machine sorted out. So we're on lap number 1 of 6 only for this race. It is the MSPR singles race. Looking at lap records, that goes back to 1997, the 250 lap record of 83.42 miles an hour, and the 350 lap record goes to Roy Richardson back to 2009, 88.44 miles an hour. The race record is for Bob Jackson as well, 1995. 76 lap race, 79.34, and then 350 race record is Roy Richardson, 87.35, back to 2009. So a good start for you two of the runners at the front. A good start by Chris McGahn as well. And you mentioned Ewan Hamilton, didn't we? Starting back at row number 5. He was a DNF in this one last year, unfortunately. And Andrew Guy, who started on the front row at position 3, he was also a DNF in this one on his Drixton Air Mackie last year. And I think number 104 has managed to get the bike sorted out now in good time. It's the classic Pre-TD Classic SBR Singles Classic race, lap number 1 of 6. Let's get back to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
First racing laps on the Billown course of 2026. 2 machines out front here. It's number 4, Mike Hose, followed closely in tow by number 21, Will Loader, who's having a look up the inside. He's got the inside line there as Will Loader. It's Chris McGahn, Barry Davidson, the leading 250. What's it like on the exit there? Looks like Mike Hose might have held on to that. Andrew Guy's dropped back a couple of places. Owen Monaghan, the second of the 250s, on the way through. Number 23 is Adrian Scaife, 1:15, 73 faster knuckles. Then number 63 on the way through as well is Gary Abbott. Only time for numbers 30, 60, 94, 98. That's that quartet through Cross Four Ways on this opening lap, and the travelling marshals in behind the travelling convoy. So it was Mike Hose who was leading on the approach to Cross Four Ways. Will Loader, he had a quick look inside, took that inside line as well, managed to get it into the corner, but I'm not sure he's held it on the exit. Just quickly looking over my shoulder as they got back through the gears going up toward Cross Four Ways. Out front, it was Barry Davidson, the first of the 250 machines on the green plates, getting in ahead of number 16, Owen Monaghan, who qualified up towards the top. And Joris Vastenackels, the number 73 machine, completed the current 250 top 3 at the moment as well. But Mike Hose, Will Loader, virtually nothing to separate them to start with. To you, Chris.
Lap number 1 of 6. Here we go. The leaders have come in and out of the bridge, and they come into our sight. It looks like Hose, who has the lead at the moment. It is Mike Hose on 4. Leads them 21, so they go through 0.244. Second separates the top 2 as they go across the line, and they're broken away a little bit. Who's in third? 2 together. It's Chris McGahn in 3rd place. Barry Davison in 4th, number 40. Then it's 72, Shelley Pike. 11, Andrew Guy. And that distinctive line that Owen Monaghan has on the number 16 bike right close to us here. He's in 7th place. 23 is next. Aidy Scaife. 115, Garth Wood. 63, Gary Abbott. 73, Joris Vastenackels. He goes through. 30, Mark Michaud, and still they come. 2 more now. Gary Hutton on 60, 94, Robert Sansom, Terence Sansom, and 98, Robert Coley, all safely through. But the lead at the front, number 4, Mike Hose, leads Will Loader by 0.244 seconds after lap number 1. Chris McGahn, in turn, is 8.6 back in 3rd place. So that's your top 3 at the moment. That's the top 3 of the 350s. In the 250 class, it is Barry Davison that leads at the moment on the number 40 bike. So he leads that one from number 16, Owen Monaghan. He'll be in 2nd position. And I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be in 3rd place. I think it's going to be... We'll have to work this out on my head. It's too much going on. 63, just maybe number 60, possibly Gary Hutton in 3rd place. We'll get that confirmed. But Mike Hose led across the line. They were close. 0.244. They'll be on lap number 2, and they'll be at Cross Four Ways very, very shortly. This is going to be a belter.
It is indeed, but just a quick mention here for number 115, Garth Woods. He's made up 17 places on that opening lap. He was the only rider on row 6, I think you said, Chris, there as well, and he's up into 9th. That is an astonishing start that Garth Woods has had out there as well. Absolutely brilliant first lap, but it's all about those front two at the moment in these opening stages. Mike Hose and Will Loader. We know, of course, Paul Cassidy was a non-starter for this race. It is those two back into cross four ways here. Will Loader looking back up the inside and gets in ahead of Mike Hose here. They're stretched from the rest of the field. We have time. Let's have a look at it on the exit here as Will Loader held that. Yeah, he has. Will Loader's held onto that. So Will Loader leading through cross four ways, just zipping in front of Mike Hose there. Next machine interview, number 9, Chris McGahn, third of the 350s. Then Shelley Pike, Andrew Guy, number 14, Barry Davidson leading the 250s on lap 2. Opened up a bit of a gap, few seconds here. It's the next 250 machine on the green plate. That's number 16, Owen Monaghan as well. So it's not just a battle at the front overall and in the 350s, but also for the 250s as well, because Barry Davidson and Owen Monaghan have opened out a clear gap to the next challenger in the 250 class. There is 115 Garth Woods, Joris Vastenackels having a little glimpse at the inside, and number 63 Gary Abbott as well. Number 30 on the way through, Mark Michaud, and number 23 Adrian Scaife. Number 60 Gary Hutton, 94 Terence Sansom, and number 98 Robert Coley in that order on the BSA Gold Star at the back of that. So it is still the battle between Hose and Loader at the front. Loader led across four ways. To you, Chris.
Yeah, Barry Davison from Shelley Pike in there too. We've also got Owen Monaghan in there too on the 250s. Good stuff. Here's your leaders. And it's a new leader. It's Will Loader. He leads from Mike Hose. Oh, 0.079. 85.559 for Loader. 85.405 for Mike Hose. We're waiting for the third rider to come through, and we'll just double check on those 250s. In fact, there's more coming over the rise here now. 2, 1, 2, 3 together. It's number 11 is next. Number 11, Andrew Guy. He's up the third. 72 Shelley Pike, he's fourth. Then it's number 40 Barry Davison, he's in fifth. Chris McGahn, looks like Chris, he's just possibly a retirement. We'll keep an ear on that. It sounds like Chris is shut off. Yeah, Chris McGahn a retirement as Owen Monaghan went through. So Chris holding on to that third place is now out of the race. So Will Loader, number 21, leads, looking for the double on the little 350 machine from Mike Hose. 1, 2, 3, 4 machines. 73, 115, 63, and 30. Joris Vastenackels, 73. 115 Garth Woods, 63 Gary Abbott, 30 Mark Michaud. We've got Adrian Scaife in there, Robert Coley, Terence Sansom, and 60 Gary Hutton all go through. So the 350s, it's Loader from Hose, from Andrew Guy. They're your first of the 350s. Then we're looking now at the 250s, and leading that at the moment, just to work this out quickly. Yeah, it's Barry Davison that leads that. He's in 5th place overall, and the quickest lap for Barry so far, 79.881. Second in the 250s is number 16, Owen Monaghan, and third in the 250s is number 73, that's Joris Vastenackels. He comes home in 3rd place of that, and of course he was 3rd place in this one last year. So Will Loader leads just from Mike Hose back to cross four ways.
Indeed, 700ths of a second, and they've pulled out an over 20-second advantage to number 11, Andrew Guy, third at that point as they went past you. Will Loader still leads across four ways on this latest lap. Mike Hose right in tow there, in behind them. What's it like on the exit? Oh, Hose is looking at the inside as well after the exit across four ways. I think Mike Hose just got a little bit of a better run on the exit there. Couldn't quite tell if Will Loader maybe just ran a little bit wide. We, of course, can't see right through past the properties over on our right-hand side. We have to wait a few seconds. But Will Loader led into cross four ways, but as they were coming out of the exit on their way towards Church Bends, Mike Hose was right up beside him on the exit. Then it's Shelley Pike, Barry Davidson, Andrew Guy close together. So Shelley Pike up into third at the moment at cross four ways. Barry Davidson still the leading 250. And just overtaking him there was Andrew Guy again. There's the second of the 250s. Number 16, Owen Monaghan there. So your first two 250s are through as well. Barry Davidson ahead of number 16, Owen Monaghan. So there's quite a bit of a gap between those two 250s. But Shelley Pike up into third at cross four ways as well. Great little battle going on between that trio of Shelley Pike, Barry Davidson, and Andrew Guy in there as well. Barry Davidson, of course, made me in the 250 race, but looking quick at the moment. Quite a few seconds back to the next machine on the road. To you, Chris.
Side by side, virtually. Mike Hose is looking for the draft, and the gap between them is 0. Oh, well, it's the same. It's 9 thousandths of a second shorter than that. Will Loader leads Mike Hose as they go out lap number 4 by 0.072. Quickest lap of the race at the moment, 2 minutes 57.006 by Mike Hose on that lap there. 86.438. Loader 86.434. 4. Wow. We thought this would be a cracker. These two were the top 2 last year, and they're doing it again. More machines coming to you. One sneaking out there. It's number 11 from 72. Shelley Pike going to have a little bit of a move there on Andrew Guy, but Andrew Guy still holds third place. Shelley Pike is through on the 72 bike. 14. Barry Davison through also, and there's Owen Monaghan through 16. He's in 6th place there. So Loader, Hose and Guy, the top 3 in the 350s. Davison and Monaghan, your 250s through so far. We've lost, obviously, Chris McGarn. So our next runner on my calculations should be number 73, Joris Fastnackles. But Garth Woods on that Batacle, the Boltaco, on the 115 machine. We're waiting for him as we watch another rider just crosses the bridge there now and comes into our view. And it's number 30 who's next. Number 30 is next soon. Then it's 73. Then it's 115. So 30 Mark Michaud and Joris Fastnackles. He continues in that 3rd place. Garth Woods 115. 63 Gary Abbott. 60 Gary Hutton. 98 Robert Coley. 94 Terence Sansom. All safely through. But Will Loader still leads Mike Hose, Rob Pritchard, by absolutely nothing. As number 23, Adrian Scaife, goes through. Back to you.
Yeah, just a quick mention there for number 30, Mark Michaud. He's made up 4 places on that previous lap as well, so it's a charge from Mark Michaud into the halfway point of this race. Here are your 2 leading machines. It's number 21, Will Loader, and a number 4, Mike Hose, around 2 bike lengths between them here. Oh, Hose has a good run on the exit of the corner there. What's it like again? Hose has gone through again, so it's exactly what it was on the last lap there. Will Loader leading through cross 4 ways there, but Mike Hose, he just seems to be getting on the power, and he just seems to be getting alongside Will Loader on the exit. We're just hearing as well, the number 115, Garth Woods, has actually, looks like it could be retiring from the race, has gone up the return lane as well. That would be a shame indeed if number 115, Garth Woods, has had to retire after such a blistering start from right at the back of the grid, right up into the top 10 as well. But again, yep, just a very quick mention for number 30, Mark Michaud, moving into 7th place. 72, Shelley Pike now leads ahead of number 11, Andrew Guy, and then number 40, Barry Davidson. So Shelley Pike up into 3rd in the 350 classes. Barry Davidson still out front in the 250s. He's having to jostle on track with those 350s there. And that's number 16, Owen Monaghan, who's just still trying to keep Barry Davidson honest in this 250 race here. Monaghan back on the power there, out from cross 4 ways and on towards Church Bends. The gap between Davidson and Monaghan had actually come down on the previous lap as they went past you there, Chris. It was 7.8 seconds between the 250s. To you, Chris.
Just across the line there, and they are together. Mike Hose just behind Will Loader. One of them went to make a move. The gap between them 0.028 at the front there. They're out on lap number 5, so a couple of laps to go there. But number 21, Will Loader. Has anybody gone quicker that time? No. 2:57.5 that time for Hose. 2:57. Wow, 5:48. So they are separated by absolutely nothing. I wish we had this live to follow them all around. That would be great. The next riders we are looking for is the 11 Mike of Andrew Guy and the number 72 of Shelley Pike. They'll be crossing the bridge very, very shortly and heading back towards us here. Then it'll be Barry Davison and Owen Monaghan. Here they come. They're back together. Shelley's bike seems to have the top end. Seems to just lose a bit. But look at her go along the start-finish straight. I think Shelley's going to get him again. But Andrew Guy is in that 3rd place. That's Andrew's quickest lap of the race. A 3:08.682. 81.089. Barry Davison also through. There's Owen Monaghan. Shelley Pike's quickest lap that lap as well. 3:08.779. 81.047. And Barry Davison that time too, 3:08.926, 80.984. All getting quicker as the race goes on. Fuel load lightens a bit. 3:11.724 for Owen Monaghan. He stays in 6th place and second 250 overall behind Barry Davison. But up at the front, let's go back to it. It was 0.79, then it was 0.72 at 0.72, and now the gap between them, I'm sure, is going to be so close. They'll be swapping positions, and what a story it's going to be at the end. 0.028, Will Loader and Mike Hose. As we look up the road once more, we'll go back to Rob in a second. We'll take these 2 riders through. So it's number 30 next, Mark Michaud, and it's 73. That's the 3rd 250 of Joris Fastnackles, and 60 and 63 go through. Back to cross 4 ways.
They've just arrived, and Will Loader again up the inside past Mike Hose here. They're just trading punch for punch across 4 ways at the moment, and I think Will Loader's actually held on to that. He's got a better exit across 4 ways this time around. They're so far ahead of the rest of the field. News of a retirement to bring you from cross 4 ways on that previous lap. Terence Sansom has pulled over at cross 4 ways, is off the bike, and that bike is parked. So that's the end of the race for number 94, Terence Sansom. A podium place for him during last year's event, not to be this year, unfortunately. But that battle that was going on for the other podium place between Andrew Guy and Shelley Pike. That's another fantastic battle, even though they are a fair bit behind the leading two machines out there. And keep an eye as well on the battle for the 250 podium, in particular third place, because Gary Hutton and Gary Abbott are catching number 73, Joris Vastenackels, on the last couple of laps. So it'd be Gary Hutton, the number 60 machine you want to be keeping an eye out for, along with Vastenackels. There's three more coming to view. It's Andrew Guy back up into third in the 350s, then Shelley Pike, then your 250 leader Barry Davidson. To you, Chris.
Do not want to miss this. They're accelerating hard now out of Castletown Bridge. They come over the rise together, absolutely together. Maiko's just tucked in behind him. He's looking for the slipstream, and the last lap flag is out there now. The gap between them, it's gone out slightly, 0.111, absolutely nothing. Quickest lap of the race for Will Loader that time, a 256.79. That's an 86.542. And Maiko's in second place. That's his quickest lap, a 256.875, 86.502 mile an hour. So some good pace there, not getting near the 350 lap record. Getting close though, 88.4 of Roy Richardson. But they're the two leaders, and off they go on their final circuit in this MSPR singles race of the 2026 Blackford Financial Services Pre-TT Classic races. Wow, perfect conditions in here. Little breeze just blowing from as I look back up the circuit towards the town of Castletown, kind of going from right to left across the bypass. So it's number 11, Andrew Guy, 72, Shelley Pike. They're the next two that we are waiting for, and here they come. Now then, he's got a little bit of a gap this time as Andrew Guy and Shelley Pike. And Barry Davison is catching on the back of them as well. Let's have a little look this time. Anybody improve that time? No, Andrew, Shelley and Barry in third, fourth and fifth respectively. They don't improve. And here's that distinctive line. You see what I mean? 16, Owen Monaghan sticks to the right-hand side of the road. He's having a little look down at the machine now. Hopefully it is going to keep going. He is 6th overall and 2nd in class. But at the front, we do not want to miss these guys coming through on the last lap. Will Loader and Mike Ho separated. Well, there's nothing between them. A fag paper, if you want to call it that. 0.111 between Will Loader and Mike Hose, with Andrew Guy holding on to a good third place in the 350 class. Last lap, Rob, across four ways. Back to you.
Last lap, we await the race leaders here, two together almost side by side, coming into cross four ways on this final lap. Will Loader edges ahead of Mike Hose here, gets around 2 or 3 bike lengths here. And Mike Hose, he's got a good run in on the entrance into cross four ways there, maybe made up some ground here. I think Will Loader might have just held on to that through cross four ways there, but Mike Hose, well, almost close enough to shake hands. Wouldn't advise it, obviously, but the two of them, still nothing to choose between Will Loader and Mike Hose on the way through cross four ways on this final lap here. That looks to be going right down to the wire. I was keeping an eye on because there's also seems to have been a couple of distinct splits in the racing group, if you like, as well. And I'm really keeping an eye on this battle for the final podium spot in the 250s as well. Joris Vastenackels still running in third in the 250s at the moment, but Gary Hutton on the number 60 machine, as I mentioned on the previous lap, he is starting just to make up a little bit of ground. It might still be too much to try and complete in one particular lap, and we're also keeping an eye on the final podium spot for the 350s. It's been nip and tuck between Andrew Guy and Shelley Pike, hasn't it, with Barry Davidson way out front for the 250s, but yet nothing between Will Loader and Mike Hose. It's been like that right from the start. It looks like it's going to be doing that right to the end. To you, Chris.
They're on the way, they're off the bridge, they're on the final bit, on the bypass they go, and somebody's got a bit of a lead. I think it's going to be, it's going to be Will Loader. Will Loader takes the race win from Mike Hose, and well, the gap was nearly a second at the end. I bet you they've beaten themselves up, and on the last lap, Will Loader, 255.494, 87.182 miles an hour to win by 0.951 for number 4, Mike Hose. So a nip and tuck battle there, the same 1 and 2 that we had last year. Brilliant stuff. But who is going to get that third place? Is it going to be Andrew Guy, or is it going to be Shelley Pike? I know Barry Davison is pretty safe in the 250 race. He was just in behind Shelley coming through to us before. We'll take a little look back up the bridge there now. There's a little gap in the hedge that we can just see of them over there, and hopefully we'll see 3 machines just flashing through there, and it is pretty quick when they flash across there now. So it is number 11 we're waiting for. We'll get down to Beth for the interviews in a moment or two, but we need to get the third place competitor. Is it going to be 11 or is it going to be 72? Can't see anything through there now. The gap between them as we went through last time, there's quite a big gap actually, but as we look up there now to the road, spectators not stirring as of yet. Just straining my ears just to see if I can just hear them coming through. Here we go. 11 from 72. He's having a look. He knows that Shelley's bike's quick. I think Shelley's going to get him. Shelley Pike gets third on the line. He knew that Shelley's bike was so quick. So I think Shelley has definitely got that third place with the quickest lap on the last lap for Shelley, a 3:08.670. So that takes third place for her. And Andrew Guy getting home in fourth place for the number 11 machine. Now, we don't have Barry Davison. Barry's disappeared, so this is Owen Monaghan on the 16. So Owen is going to take home the 250 honours. Well done to Owen Monaghan. So we're waiting next now. Should be number 73, Joris Fasternackles. And I tell you what we'll do, Beth, if you are ready, you just shout in my ears if you are ready to go with the presentation down there. Just let Ben and the team know, and we'll come down to you. But well done to Owen Monaghan. That distinctive line that he has, and hard luck to Barry Davison. We're not sure what happened to Barry on that last lap, but Will Loader with a winner. What a great performance there by Shelley Pike to come home again in that third place for her. As we look up the road once more, the road has gone very, very quiet. Can't see anybody crossing over on the bridge there, so I think we will head down. We might just hold for another second or two just to see with anybody, as soon as a hand down, what will happen is they'll all come across the line. But Owen Monaghan is confirmed. There's bikes now coming across the bridge there now, Beth. So just hold on for 1 second as we look up and strain our eyes. So it's number 30 who's going to get the finish. So it's going to be 73 who's going to get second in the 250. So it's Joris Fasternackles second in the 250s, and number 60, Gary Hutton, third in the 250s. Beth, pick the bones out of that lot. Over to you.
I tell you what, that was a race and a half. I'm just here with Shelley Pike. I have never seen such a smile. Talk about leaving it to the wire.
It's just fantastic. It's such a good race with Andy Guy. I was overtaking him. He's so quick through stadium. It's amazing. He overtook me, and I just saw how he went through there, and I thought, okay, if he can do it, maybe I can go a bit quicker, because I needed to do something on the last lap to keep him back, because he was past me every lap. He was in front across the line. But amazing, absolutely fantastic, brilliant race, loved it.
That bike your husband built did all right then?
It did all right, yeah. He did good. I'm very pleased with him.
Oh, congratulations, Shelley. Thank you so much. Let's go to the second place, Mike Hose here. That was a battle and a half. What was going on?
Oh, it was fantastic. Absolutely great to ride with someone you can trust, and it was just whether he could trust me at the time. Sometimes there coming through. Oh, that was good. More passing, more interesting. It's absolutely fantastic race.
We were hearing from Robert Cross Fourways, just trying to inch a pass there and just trying to judge it.
Yeah, mine's better out the corners, his is better at the end of the straight, so it made for good viewing, didn't it? And very exciting racing. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved every minute of it.
Great to see you smiling, Mike. Thank you so much. And let's go and speak to Will. You had a great start and a great finish as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was the most fun race I've had around here by a mile. I think we passed, 4 times every lap at least. I don't know how much we were separated by across the line, but we were side by side a few times. And yeah, I mean, bike was awesome. I think could have done with maybe half a tooth difference on the gearing, but perhaps do that for tomorrow.
How difficult is it when you know you are so close to somebody and you are just so conscious of what the bike's doing?
I just really trust Mike to ride with around here. Like, we've had a few good races around here. He got me in 2021, and then I got him last year, and it's good. Like, I just trust him a lot, and I just try to watch my markers and not get sucked into, like, one lap I was like, I'll try and break a bit later here, and missed calling by a mile, but yeah.
And you had somebody just come up and give you a big hug there who's got his little headphones. Who's that?
Oh, that's my little lad Zachary. He's starting to get quite into the racing now, so it's kind of like I remember my dad being my age and looking at me like that, so you never know.
You never know indeed. It'll be you watching him one day. Well done, Will. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Beth.
Well, Chris, we'll come back down here when the presentation's done, but we'll need to catch our breath a little bit, I think.
Yeah, are they doing the presentation with the 250s, Beth, as well, for Owen, for Joris and for Gary, do you know?
I'm not sure. I will find out.
Okay, good stuff. All right, let's give you the official results then. I know a lot of people like to keep up to date on the programme. So Will Loader took the race win with the quickest lap of 2 minutes 55.494, and that was on the last lap to win for number 4, Mike Hose, by just under a second, 0.951, with number 72, Shelley Pike, in third. Then it was 11, Andrew Guy, 16, Owen Monaghan, 30, Mark Michaud, 73, Joris Fasternackles, 60, Gary Hutton, 63, Gary Abbott. And number 98, Robert Coley. Winners in the class, 21, Will Loader won the 350s. 4, Mike Hose was second. And 72, Shelley Pike was third. And the 250s, 16, Owen Monaghan. From 73, Fasten Eccles. And 60, Gary Hutton. And Rob, quickly out to cross 4 ways. Your thoughts on a pretty good opening MSPR singles race?
Yeah, that was a cracker. That's exactly what you want here at Billown, don't you? That was a titanic tussle between Will Loader and Mike Hose. And as we were just hearing from both of them as well, they both enjoy it as well. That's the big thing about it. Of course they want to win, that's a given as well. But to just be involved in a good race like that, it's tit for tat, it's brilliant. Just going to go quickly over to Beth, who has Owen Monaghan, the 250 winner.
The 250 winner indeed. Owen, how was that?
Yeah, really good fun. I just was trying to keep Barry Davidson in my sights. Sorry that he's not finished, unfortunately, but he shot off the line, and he was just my rabbit that I was trying to follow, but he was miles and miles away, so I sort of reserved myself to second place. I didn't realise he'd come off, or I think he's had a breakdown, but yeah, big thank you to Rod Graham Racing, because this is his bike. Beautifully prepared and worked a treat. It's been spot on all weekend, and then I've got Mark and Sam who've been helping me out massively, so yeah, thank you very much, boys.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, Owen. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Back to you, Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Beth. Good to hear from Owen as ever. I tell you what, just watching him going past, it seemed like he had one of the loneliest races out there. He wasn't quite towards the front of the order. Barry Davidson out front, but of course, just a non-finisher. We don't have any details as to what has happened. There may be a mechanical issue, means that Barry Davidson's race was run on that final lap there. But congratulations to Owen nonetheless there. But he was having a pretty lonely race out there. There was absolutely no one within sight behind him looking into the distance across 4 ways. We're going to hand back to you, Beth, because presentations, I believe they're about to begin.
They're the race sponsors.
They are just going to be presented by Sir Miles Walker here. So huge smiles all round. This is the Office Equipment Singles race, and the presentation going to be done very, very shortly. We're ready to go. Sir Miles Walker here with the garland. So in third place, number 72, Shelley Pike. Putting the cap on her head. Huge bottle of wine, which will be very much celebrated a little bit later on. In second place, Mike Hose. And in first place, the number 21 machine. Huge congratulations to Will Loader. Will Loader's son on the bike there. Possibly a racer of the future down here, Chris.